wedding planning should feel personal, not automated. Simply Eloped has planned over 14,000 one-of-a-kind mini-moons, vow renewals, and elopements in 37 destinations across the U.S., customizing every detail so no two are alike. In a world full of algorithms, real people handle everything with personalized care. You bring your marriage license, and they handle the rest. Create your kind of wedding at simplyeloped.com. Today on CityCast Nashville, we are having a delicious debate about the best food we ate this year. From the single most memorable bite to the opinions we know will trigger each other, it's a full-on team chat. I'm joined by our executive producer, Whitney Pasterek, producer Daniel Sumstein, and sponsored content producer Anthony Luciani. And together, we are fighting it out to crown the best bite in Nashville of 2025. It's Tuesday, December 23rd. I'm your host, Marie Cecile Anderson, and this is what Nashville's talking about. All right, folks. Today, we are answering one extremely important question. What was the best thing we put in our mouths in 2025? Heyo. Heyo. And that is food-wise, you dirty birds. Get your minds out of the gutter. We are talking single bites, not whole restaurants. These are the dishes that still live rent-free in our heads. I've separated this into rounds. So round one, ding, ding, ding. This is the no-brainer bite. It's the obvious one, the bite that you knew was special the second it went into your mouth, the kind that where you stopped chewing and you were like, oh my God, this is the best bite of 2025.
I'm happy to start. I'm going to go with the pho special sandwich at Fat Belly. It is so good. It is like a pho sandwich that they French dip style it. So you dip the sandwich in the pho broth and it's sliced with super thin beef. It's got the carrots. It's got all the fixins on there. It is huge. It'll last you about 2 meals. I can never finish it. They run that special, especially during the colder months, like once every month and a half or so. It is so good. So good.
Oh my gosh. That's amazing you say that because my best non-Nashville bite this year came when I was home in Houston, and I got a beef pho kolache from a restaurant called Cafeteria. Same kind of thing. It was without the dipping, though, just the delicious kolache bread wrapped around that beef, and it had the broth inside of it, and it had kind of soaked into the bread. So, Anthony,
sounds amazing.
Now I'm headed to Fat Belly. Gotta get that locally.
Yeah, I got to get that specials. Follow their grams. They post their specials pretty often. It's pretty solid.
All right, Daniel, what was the best bite you put in your mouth this year?
All right. So I will say going into this, I had super high expectations, not only because we had the head chef on the podcast a week before, but listeners of this podcast know how important Mexican food is for me. And I got to say the best bite was the pastor taco from Alebrije this year. I had such high expectations going into it. And as soon as I ate it, I was just like, I got emotional.
Yeah.
I'm so glad this exists in Nashville. Knowing like a sneak peek into Edgar's background and his story was also just like it added to the bite. For those listening, it's like a marinated pork shoulder. It's also got street style tortillas, some cilantro, and then like a little bit of a salsa verde on the side. It was just incredible.
I love that place so much.
Has anybody else ever started crying after eating something?
I've come close, that's for sure.
I cry before and after.
Yeah. I get my wife makes fun of me, but because I start moving and dancing when I know something is good, just like bobbing my head.
Like a parakeet.
Yeah, like a parakeet. And I'll just keep bobbing back and forth. And she's like, oh, you got to let him be for a little while.
Oh my God. I went to the original Husk in Charleston, South Carolina before they had opened one here when it was, still all the rage. And the apple pie came with like a whiskey pairing. And so I took a bite of the pie and took a sip of the whiskey and just started like weeping.
Goodness. Oh.
And the waiter was like, is everything okay? I'm like, why is it so good? And he said, oh yeah, we put pork in the dough. And I was like,
Oh,
that's
wow. There you go.
Nailed
Oh
it.
my gosh. Yum.
Do they serve that at the Husk here?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I haven't eaten at the Husk here in like a decade.
Yeah.
I feel terrible about that.
I had some friends go recently. They said it was absolutely incredible. So,
You know, I think that's a good way to segue into mine because I feel like here in Nashville, there's so much new stuff happening all of the time. And sometimes we do forget about those old standbys, which is why I feel really bad that my best bite of the year came from a pop-up called Foxden Izakaya. They do ramen. They pop up at Rice Vice, my beloved sake bar from Proper Sake over here in East Nashville. Yes, ramen, great. It's delicious. But this was happening all summer. And, you know, especially when we were out in the fields at like Fridays by the River, or it's just been one of those hot, dreadful, dusty, awful days. Maybe hot noodles isn't something that you want. But I went in June, and that day's ramen was a scallop and tomato shio ramen. It was cold. It was like a cold plunge. And it was this beautiful tomato broth with like basil oil and cool noodles and cold asparagus, and then 2 just absolutely perfect scallops.
That sounds beautiful.
Just sitting on top of it. And I didn't cry, but I was like, can I please immerse my body in this bowl? Because I was so hot and disgusting.
they're like, Whitney, put your clothes on.
Get out of the bowl, Whitney.
No skinny dipping in the ramen.
Swimming in ramen. It's a dream come true. Marie, what was your favorite?
Oh, you know, this was so freaking hard, folks.
It really
This was
was.
hard because I put a lot of good things in my mouth this year. But I have narrowed
Marie.
it down to what? It's true. I have narrowed it down to a dessert, which is shocking because I don't really have a sweet tooth. But my family went to International Market after seeing the Dolly Parton musical across the street at Belmont. And we shared an amazing meal. But for dessert, they had coconut cake. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Let me describe this pillowy, fluffy, almost savory. Like it was sweet, but it was just light. And it was the largest piece of cake, too, enough for 4 people to share. Actually, it was so freaking good. I think my mom and her friend, Lori, both ordered cakes to go. So we ended up with 3 slices.
That's when you
that's
know
nice.
it's good.
Yeah.
They don't have it all the time. So you just got to hope and pray that they have that coconut cake. International Market, been around for 50 years, so they've really perfected it.
Yeah, they got it figured out.
Down to
Absolutely.
a science.
And what a huge year they had. So congrats to Marie's friends over at International Market.
Yeah.
I know that cookbook is everywhere. So
What a great
maybe
gift to get your friend Marie if you're
I was
wondering
just
what
about
buy her
to
for
say.
Christmas.
That would be a good gift for me. Although I don't cook as much anymore. I like to go out and put things in my mouth. All right, round 2. This is a fun round I came up with. The surprise bite. It's for the underdogs out there. These are the bites we didn't see coming. Maybe a place we slept on, maybe a dish we'd normally never order. Whitney, let's begin with you.
We do Fridays by the River, and a bunch of food trucks always come to Fridays by the River. And it's old standards that we know. It's Nicoletto's, who I love. It's my girl at Lady Dogs. But there was a truck this year that came called Bangkok Belly that I was not familiar with. And this is Thai food, folks. And I ordered their pad thai because I hadn't had lunch, and I was like, I'm just hungry. I don't know. I'll get tofu pad thai. That's fine. And when I tell you it was so good, I made everyone else at the table also go get pad thai. Marie was one of those people, and we ate like half of it, and then we were like, we need to go to sleep now. This was so delicious. And we took it home. I had 2 more meals out of it. So Bangkok Belly food truck, I had a bunch more of their stuff. They have incredible spring rolls. I cannot recommend them enough if you find them in your neighborhood.
Okay, so that was mine too.
Oh, how funny.
Stolen.
Oh,
I wrote
wow.
it down
Came
too.
in and
Bangkok
swiped.
Belly. That pad thai. Oh my gosh. I mean, so much food for so little money. Totally legit.
They're based out in Hendersonville.
Oh.
And they also do personal chefing. They'll do catering for parties. They're Bangkok_belly on Instagram. You need to get on that.
Yes.
Their holiday menu looks insane too.
Then you wash it down with a couple city cast ales.
Yeah.
Call it a
We
Friday.
did.
Exactly.
We
Yeah,
sure
that's
did.
good
And
to know.
they'll be we're non-functional. People are like, tell us about your podcast. We're like, we're just so tired.
We're like, I'm sorry, I'm laying on the ground. Here, come join me on the ground. Daniel, what about you?
So this was actually probably my favorite meal of like entire meal and experience of the year. And I am not a huge sushi fan. Like I like sushi, but it's not something I typically seek out. But there was one specific sushi bite at Sushi Bar, which is in the Gulch, that I had for a friend's birthday. It was also super bougie, which typically like isn't my scene, but we all got dressed up really nice and went and celebrated his birthday. And there was one specific bite there, a Wagyu bite. The head chef there was originally from Texas. Whitney, you'll appreciate this.
Oh.
And he grew up on a ranch, and he gave this whole story about like his journey getting into making sushi and like his roots. And he was like, you guys are the first people to actually try this. And I really wanted to make this to pay homage to my upbringing and where I'm from. And it was really cool just to hear his story along with it too.
That's what I was going to say. I think when you get that story, it makes everything taste better, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes I think that's why Peninsula has done so well, because Jake, the chef, comes out of the kitchen and he'll stand there next to you and explain to you what you're eating and why and what it means. So, Daniel, now I'm going to have to get bougie and go check out Sushi Barn. Did you say?
Just Sushi Bar. Sushi Bar.
I'm going to open a restaurant called Sushi Barn.
You're going to have to cross that river, Whitney.
That's fine. I've done it before. I'll do it again.
What was yours, Anthony?
Oh, mine was another mention of Alebrije, and it is their chicken mole enchiladas. And it's because I like mole sauce just fine, but it's always something that on the menu I do kind of avoid just because I've had it very sweet before, and that's not my jam. You know, I don't like it super sweet. I like it more savory, and they crushed it. And like Daniel was talking about, like you can sit at the bar there, the chef will talk to you, and then afterwards I was just sitting there chilling and just talking to him about the food. And he's like, you want some extra tortillas for the sauce? I was like, I would love some extra tortillas for this sauce. So he hands me some extra tortillas so I can dip the rest of the tortillas in the sauce. And he's like, and this is before they had churros on the menu. And he was like, hey, I'm playing with a churro idea. Do you want to try some? And I'm like, absolutely want to try some churros. Now it is on the menu, and they are.
Thanks to you.
Thanks to me.
I think
Anthony
either he
gets the
helped
credit.
or he got bribed.
Yeah, or I got bribed.
One.
But honestly, I love that place.
All right. Well, you know what? Let's take a break. We're going to take a break. And when we come back, we're going to fight
It's been
to the
too
death
peaceful.
of food. What's a bite you love this year that you already know that someone else here is going to disagree with? Respectfully, of course.
So I can go first. This is something
Okay.
that I've been holding back from the team for a year now. And I know that I'm going to piss people off with this.
Oh, gosh.
I want to
Okay.
preface that this bite came on a Sunday morning when I was hungover. I personally love Hattie B's, and I think Hattie B's is better than Prince's. I'm just going to say it.
You're fired.
I know Prince is the original, but taste-wise, I've always been a Hattie B's guy. There, it's out in the open. I said it.
I mean,
that
this
is-
tracks with your bougie sushi restaurant.
I want to say that I have gone to the Hot Chicken Festival and I got to taste all of them side by side. And when you compare them side by side, Prince's versus Hattie B's, Prince's blows Hattie B's out of the water. Because it's just a depth and flavor, Daniel. It's a character profile that maybe you don't know.
Yeah, maybe you're just not sophisticated enough to understand.
So here's also part of it. I've only had the Prince's, like the OG location, one time. The other times I've had it have been Assembly Food Hall, which I don't think is their best location.
No,
That factors
sad.
into it too.
Yeah.
Folks, keep that in mind when you're going to Assembly Food
when you're
Hall.
judging Daniel. Oh no, when you're
Well, I have a hot take that y'all are going to be pissed off about.
Let's hear it.
So one of the best bites also that I had all year was a bun, was bread, was a roll.
Was a roll.
It was a roll, y'all. And I'm going to share this picture on Instagram when this episode comes out because these rolls were life-changing and they were very expensive. They were from South Hall at the restaurant out there called January. I went out there and did a spa treatment. And I'd had a little bit to drink. And when I have things to drink, I tend to flock to the carbs. And let me tell you, I've said, keep these rolls a-coming. Do not stop this train of rolls. They were unbelievable. And I cannot remember how much they were, but they were not cheap.
Yeah.
Would you travel to Franklin for bread?
No.
I don't think I would, but I'm glad you treated yourself.
Yeah, you gotta always treat yourself.
I know. Treat yourself.
Yeah,
Actually, my friend paid, so
yeah, there you go.
there we go.
All right.
I got free bread.
Alrighty, I have one that I think is just mostly going to call out one of you, and I think it's going to be Miss Whitney Pastorick here, because we've nerded out over barbecue in Nashville before, her and I in conversation. So there's a new spot called Stokehouse Smokehouse, spelled Haus, and I think their ribs are the best ribs in town.
Listen, Anthony, I know you were trying to provoke me there, but I'm going to be honest with you. I haven't gone there yet because I haven't seen the need, because Shotgun Willie's is perfect in every way.
That was perfect. Hey, this is no shade at Shotgun Willie's, by the way. I love Shotgun Willie's.
I've heard great things about Stokehouse. This is next to Main Street Liquor in East Nashville. Everybody, it's where, what was that brewery called?
Crazy Gnome. Crazy Gnome.
It's where Crazy Gnome used to be. And another thing that I've heard, and this is good for everybody at home, is that they apparently have a really good vegetarian options there.
Oh, so, that I didn't know.
Okay.
Yeah,
you don't think a barbecue restaurant vegetarian options, but it's probably worth checking out.
Yeah, his customer service is also super, super great. Their partners, one of the guys runs the brewery, one of the guys runs the smoker. And it's nice because usually when there's a food truck outside of a food establishment, you can't transfer your tabs over, like you have to pay separately. But they have a system figured out where you can just pay all in one spot, which makes it nice. I know it's a simple thing, but it really pays off in the end.
That's good.
Anthony, what are the sauces like?
The sauce,
do they have a plethora?
As far as I know, they don't, because it is a dry rub rib. But I could be missing something. They're still playing with a lot of stuff, so maybe something's coming.
Well, then I'm going to have to shout out Peg Leg Porker, because they have lots of options for sauces to douse your dry rub.
This is a whole discussion we're going to have about the sophistication or lack thereof of requiring sauces to enjoy your barbecue.
Hey, I'm a sauce queen.
Yeah. You can give Marie those condiments, damn it.
Yeah, I got to stick with my nickname, Stains. Okay, Whitney.
You know, I was going to try to provoke people with the barbecue thing. I was going to try to provoke Daniel by saying that fries don't belong in a burrito.
Oh, shots fired.
Fighting words.
Yeah. I'm Team Daniel on that one for sure.
But instead, I'm going to provoke the whole city by saying I see absolutely no reason to cross the river to eat in Nashville.
Wow.
No reason.
We'll meet you on the pedestrian bridge and slap you.
Anything you can do, we already have better.
Nolensville Pike, baby.
Yeah.
Nothing compares.
Fair.
Yeah.
Nothing compares over there. Sorry.
True.
That is
Don't
very
send
true.
letters. I already know I'm bad. I'm bad and wrong.
All right, now let me come up with a cool sound effect. Bing, bong, ding, ding. Lightning round. Honorable mention time.
Okay.
All right, we're going to go real quick, y'all, with this, okay? Best burger.
Turkey and the Wolf.
Oh, that's a good one. I'm going to say, I'm going back to my Stokehouse Smokehouse.
Mine's my favorite burger in Nashville, Jack Brown's, Greg Brady.
Bad Luck Burger.
All right.
Ooh.
Best pizza. Show pizza.
Show, 100%.
I'm a Madison boy. I'm staying in Madison with Pinky Ring.
And I am a pizza agnostic. I don't care. Just give me pizza.
Just give me the pizza.
Although you live at East Nashville Beer Works.
I do live at East Nashville Beer Works. And honestly, lately, y'all, I've been really into their cauliflower crust. So maybe my new jam is their cauliflower crust pizza. What you do, you get that with pepperoni, and then you add sliced tomatoes, mushrooms, and red onions. It's kind of a perfect bite. It's got a little crunch. You don't wake up in the morning feeling like, because you're in menopause and your gluten tolerance has gone through the floor. Just suggestion.
Just suggestion.
Great suggestion. All right, best taco.
I know I shouted out Alebrije. I'm going to give an honorable mention to Pie Town. They're in 5 Points. Second best taco I had this year. Their like carne asada was phenomenal.
I'm going to do Tacos y Marisco here in Madison. They got a smoker outside. So if you get the chicken, they pull the chicken from the smoker and put it on your tacos for you. It's solid.
I am going to say that aside from the brief and triumphant return of Taco Bell's double-decker Taco Supreme with their Y2K menu, Torchy's Tacos! Yes, the chain from Texas. It just makes me think of home.
That's great. I love Torchy's. Nothing wrong with that.
I'm going to go with a newfound love, Laura's Cocina on Nolensville Pike. My family started going there this year, and oh my God, it's so cheap. Unbelievable margaritas. The salsa beats anything I've ever had in Nashville. Best cocktail. I'm going to say New Patterson House. I had a Japanese whiskey type thing that I don't know the name of. Unbelievable. Love that place now.
I'm going to say mine was the 19th century Manhattan that we all had together at the Fox after our holiday party. Because it was just
was delicious.
So good to hang after the party. And I was in the presence of you guys, some of my favorite people in Nashville. So
and it came with a little sidecar. Daniel loves what we've learned about Daniel this month. Is that Daniel loves food and drink that have like a show. Daniel loves a show.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with consistently just solid all around and a good happy hour spot for me, which is Inglewood Lounge. I just love their dirty martinis. It's also become kind of a regular spot. I walk in there like vodka dirty martini and I go, yes. And it's always such a good feeling when you walk in the door. And
Anthony, their olives are huge.
They're so great.
Like
they're amazing.
5 times the size of any other olive, but you still get 3. I mean, it's madness. It's such a good martini. What a good call out.
Yeah, I love them. They're so sweet.
Okay, I'm going to be slightly contrary, but it's only because I briefly did try to be more sober this year, thanks to our good friends over at Killjoy, the non-alcoholic beverage shop that kills hangovers, not joy. And so I want to shout out a product that they carry on their shelves. It is Danny Trejo's fake tequila. We all know the actor, Danny Trejo, famous for schlock films, Quentin Tarantino films. He's an awesome dude, and he has a line of non-alcoholic beverages. I got to shout out Killjoy and this Danny Trejo situation because you can make margaritas with this stuff and you can fool yourself into thinking that they're real.
Love that.
All right, last but not least, best dessert. Mine's still the coconut cake.
Yeah, that's fair. I got the Persian love cake from Lyra/Vega. For my wife's 40th birthday, they did a homemade Persian love cake for her. And it's one of our favorites ever. And we rented the back area of Lyra. It was a whole like little production. It was very sweet. So good. So good.
Wow.
Yeah.
Guess my invite got lost in the mail. That's all right. We'll be best friends next year.
Next year.
I've been trying to befriend his wife like all year. She's so cool. Daniel.
I'm going to go with the olive oil cake from Barcelona. Oh, it's got like sea salt on it. It's just incredible.
And last but not least, I'm going to go with, I'm a simple girl. I don't have a lot of needs as far as desserts. I rarely want them. But you know what always hits the spot? Jenny's salted peanut butter and chocolate ice cream. That is a fine ice cream flavor, ladies and gentlemen.
That is my go-to every time I'm
so
there.
Good.
It's so good. It's so good.
Jenny slaps.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, so judging from what we just said, were there any trends this year? My only one is that when did Nashville become like the new Tokyo? We have so many sushi places.
So much Japanese food and great Japanese food from Kisser to Kase at Noko itself. 210 Jack is going to expand to the west side. So there's clearly a demand. I think it's great. What I was going to say, Marie, is I think what we're hearing here is that the restaurants that are standing out to us and the memories that we're having are not from like American bistros.
Yeah.
They're all coming from different cultures around the world whose food we adore. So I do love that we've become such a culinary melting pot here in Nashville.
Well, before we wrap up, we have to do a quick in memoriam. Get your tissues ready, folks. Which Nashville restaurant that closed this year are you going to miss the most?
Lou.
Oh,
I mean, I love Curry Boys already, but man, Lou was so good and so special. And I had so many memorable dinners there. I will say, though, that silver lining, the closing of Lou led me to finally check out Sabelle's across the street.
Across the street, yeah.
Which is Mediterranean, great hummus. They have a great burger. And also their happy hour cocktail specials are divine.
I got to put that back on the rotation. That used to be in the rotation for me, but not so much anymore. That's a good call out, Whitney.
And it's a lovely patio in the summer because the building is in front of the patio. So it starts getting shade at like 4.
Oh,
so you can just sit there, sip your like watermelon mint vodka lemonade.
Yes, please.
They're dog friendly too, right?
So dog friendly. Yes, Wally appreciates them.
Nice.
I'm going to go with Red Perch over on the west side.
Nice.
The best people there, like best owners, their fish and chips were insane. Yeah, like that whole Sylvan supply area, everything is shutting down over there. Pour one out for Red Perch. You had some of the best food in Nashville. You will be missed.
Yeah.
Aww.
See, here's the thing with me. I'm not sure if it was 2024 or 2025, so I apologize, but I still miss them. And that was Tacos Aurora in Hunter Station.
Yes.
I did like tacos. It was a good fighting words with Whitney, fries and a burrito if you wanted it, you know, but it was really good Cali burritos. We do have them elsewhere, but I do miss them. That was a good spot for sure.
Yeah. Anthony, we talked about Suiza. Tacos Aurora was like my go-to Cali burrito before Suiza.
Suiza, yes, for sure. I can 100% get behind that.
Mafioso's was a deep cut when it closed this year. But I think looking ahead, you know, Margot is closing in next year, 2026. And then in 2028, Fido's is going to close, which is so sad. Fido, I always say Fido's, but Fido
like
is going to close in 2028.
or Barnes and
Yep.
Nobles.
I've always said Fido's. But the one that I miss the most, and it closed 10 years ago, so this is again deep cut, Sunset Grill.
Okay,
I miss
Marie, you
so
got to
much.
get over it, man.
Every day,
10
Sunset
years.
Grill. I was just out with friends this weekend and we talked for an hour about Sunset Grill. Why? Because Bart Durham used to be there almost every single time
my
we would go to
God.
Sunset Grill.
Wow.
R.I.P. Bart Durham. Anyway, we're going to put everything that we mentioned in an overlook map in the show notes. So if you just want to try one thing from this episode, and hey, if we've missed something that you have put in your mouth this year that you want to shout out, let us know. We want to hear it. Email us at nashville@citycast.fm.
And remember that Margaret Kingsbury reads those emails, so please try to keep it family friendly.
Well, send me the R-rated ones at marie.anderson@citycast.fm. All right. Happy New Year, everybody. Let's go out there and celebrate all the culinary delights that our city has to offer.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year! Have a great holiday season. We'll see you in 2026.
That's all for today here on CityCast Nashville. And don't forget, you can support this show and get great perks by becoming a CityCast Nashville neighbor at membership.citycast.fm. I'm your host, Marie Cecil Anderson. Our executive producer is Whitney Pasternak. Our producer is Daniel Sumstein. Our Hey Nashville newsletter editor is Margaret Kingsbury. And our theme music is by Prof Jenkins, with additional music by Rosedale from Triple Scoop Music via Getty Images. If you enjoyed the show, why not tell your friends? Rate the show, leave us a review, and subscribe to our Hey Nashville newsletter. We'll be back next Monday after a holiday break with more news from around the city. Toodles!